Hola chicos, hoy es jueves el 25 de marzo de 2021. Hoy tenemos para empezar. You're already watching the video, so you're well on your way to doing a good job today. I'm going to talk to you about your project that we're working on today and tomorrow. And then here's a link for you to start your project. But first, let's go over the note sheet that you worked on yesterday. I'm not going to go over all of it, just want to make sure that that you guys are thinking through the commands well and that you're getting it right. So anyway, if we look at this first part, what's the affirmative to command of the following verbs, which is the el, ella, usted conjugation. Cortar, remember we're just going to take off an AR and add an A, right? So that says cut. If I want to say cut the grass, corta el césped, right? Escribir, take off the IR, and for the el, ella, usted conjugation, I just add an E, escribe. Escribe una carta, write a letter. Same thing for bailar, take off AR, add an A. Baila, dance. Now, here's one thing that you guys might not have gotten. If it is a stem changing verb, we're still going to include the stem change when we command someone. So if I'm telling someone to understand, I'm going to say entiende. This is an E to IE. Same thing here. If I'm telling someone to serve, that's a stem changing verb. Sirve. Sirve la comida. Escuchar is regular, so this is just escucha. Sacar, regular. Pedir is an E to I stem change, so this is going to be pide. Pide arroz con pollo, por favor. Order chicken with rice, please. So again, we just need to know which verbs are regular and which verbs are irregular. This is what you should have filled out for your first box. Now, if you guys listen to those songs I put yesterday, we know our commands that are irregular is as tin, pon, sal. Oh, wait, no, wait. What's the first one? What's the first one? Two songs. Ven, tin, pon, sal. Okay, there we go. So come back here. Ven, tin, pon, sal as di say. Now my say is an accented say. As di se ve. I don't know about you guys, but those songs help me remember different things. So that's the form of venir, tener, poner, salir, hacer, decir, ser, and ir. All right? So please make sure you know what each of these mean. Come, take, put, leave, make or do, say, be, and go. All right? Coming down here are four direct object pronouns. That's going to be lo, la, los, and las. Those are our four direct object pronouns that can be attached to the end of the command. The accenting rule, that is when when any word ends with an N, S, or vowel, the second to last syllable is stressed. All right? If the word ends in another consonant, the last syllable is stressed. Okay? Anything other than those two rules has to have an accent written. If it follows these two rules, you don't have to write an accent. So how this rule applies when you're attaching DOPs to commands is you must keep the original stress of the command. Okay, so let's say that I'm adding lo to Sierra. Sierra-lo. I'm going to need to write in an accent so I can keep the original stress. We're kind of doing that when we come down here, all right? So you can see if I'm saying you have to wash the desk, the command here would be lava, wash. Since it ends in an N, S, or an A, this is the second to last syllable, and that's going to be stressed. Lava, lava. So when I add the lo here, because that is replacing el escritorio with lo, I have to maintain the original stress of the command. So I have to add an accent here because it's now my third to last syllable, which does not follow my rules. Remember, it doesn't have to have a written in accent if it's the second to last syllable. Hopefully that makes sense. So here it's the second to last syllable. I don't need to add my stress, but when I add the DOP, I do need to add this accent so I can keep the same stress. Here's something that might make it simpler for you guys. Whenever you have a singular syllable command, you never need to worry about adding an accent when you add a DOP. But whenever you get a command with 2 or more syllables, you always are going to add an accent, okay? So let's keep looking here. Tienes que hacer la tarea. Going to be my irregular command of haz. So again, that's only 1 syllable. So when I write my command, I don't need to add an accent because here it ends in an A. So my second to last syllable stressed. Perfect. It keeps the original stress of the original command. So that's all I need. Asla. And I picked la because it's la tarea. Here, my command for escribir is escribe, the la usted form. And I'm saying la carta. So here, if I think what's my accent or what's my stressed syllable, it's going to be scri. Escri. Oh, it might even have the S. Escri. Escribe. So my second to last syllable has a stress according to the rule. So when I add escribe la, write it, I have to accent my I to keep the original stress. Escribe la. Let's look at this one, leer. My command form would be lee, and we know the stress is the second to last syllable, lee. So here, if I'm saying léelo, read it, I need to keep the stress in this syllable, so I'll accent my E, léelo. You see that? So anytime I have more than 1 syllable, I have to add the accent when I add a DOP. All right, let's do a couple more. Tienes que estudiar los apuntes. Estudia is going to be the command form. And it's los apuntes, so estudia los. Now here, I have to underline my second to last syllable, estudia. Estudia. So, estudia. Now the I and A here are actually kind of go together. Estudia. Estudia. So here, this is going to be what is emphasized, estudia. So here, I need to keep my U accented to maintain the original stress. That one's kind of tricky because those vowels kind of go together. Estudia. All right, we'll do one more. Entiende is a command form of entender. I'm saying understand the lesson. So entiende la, entiende. This is a syllable that is emphasized. Entiende. Entien. Actually, that's 2. So let me not underline this. Entiende. So here I'm accenting the E to keep the original stress. Entiéndela. All right? Now you might ask me, how do I know when 2 vowels are together, if it's 1 syllable or if it's 2? At this point, I'm not going to go into the logistics of it because we're in Spanish 1, but just do your best sounding it out. Try to think, is this 1 syllable or does it sound like 2? All right, and if you decide to study Spanish intensely, maybe one day you'll learn about these things called diphthongs and how these vowels go together and which ones don't, and etc., etc. But for now, just do your best. Don't stress about it, and you'll be okay. All right? Please let me know if you have any questions on this. Now I want to talk to you about your project. So to keep working with commands, your task is to make a comic that includes at least 16 boxes or frames. The comic must include 8 commands with at least 4 has to have a DOP attached, okay? You have to have correct accents and punctuation, so make sure to refer back to this chart that you're working on, all right? You need to include at least 2 characters, and you need to have some Spanish in each frame. Your comic may include up to 5 flex words. Please underline or bold those. Those are words that you look up on Spanish dictionary. I might need to add that. Okay. The rubric, what I'm looking for is it creative and is it high quality? Is it a boring storyline? Do they just say, hola, hola, make the bed? No. Set the table? No. Okay. Is it creative, unique, high quality? Second thing, did you put effort into it? Did you incorporate Spanish that we've been learning so far? Now, you don't need to incorporate all of these things. These are just some ideas for you. But think through back what we've been learning and give me a variety of sentences. Commands, did you include at least 8 commands? Did you include the accents properly? Did you attach the DOPs properly? And finally, other Spanish. Did you just have good grammar and use of your other Spanish other than the commands? All right, so I'm giving you guys a link in your slides. This will take you to a site called Pixton, where you can create your own comic. Now, if you would rather create your comic on paper and then turn it in to me, you can take a picture of it and send it to me. That's fine, all right, if you really like to be artsy that way. This, I think, will be a little easier. Here's a little one that I've made so far. So you can choose your characters, you can choose the motions you want them to do, and then you can type in the box. So I said, hola, amigo, which, now I think about it, this should be hola, amiga. Then she comes in and says, haz la cama, Pedro. All right, so here's one command. So not a great comic so far, but you guys get the point. So I really hope this works. I have never used Pixton before. This is my first time, so if it's not working for you, then we're going to have to resort to doing the paper comic. But if it does work for you, I'm excited to see how they turn out. So again, let's hope that it's not blocked by the school or something. Click the link in the slides, start your project. You should be able to log in with Google, and I'm excited to read your comics. Please email me, chicos, if you have questions. I'm not going to put out a video for you tomorrow. I'm just giving you work time on the project, and then on Monday we'll move forward. All right? Adios, chicos, and have a good time creating your comics.